day 135. And good and bad news. So depending on what you want to hear first, but I have to decide because I'm talking to myself. So I've been to the butcher. Look at these pretty little things. We're having a barbecue today with in total 3 carnivores, so that's gonna be fun. It's a big rump steak. It's filet mignons, it's sirloin, and the 30% ground beef. I have much more of that left. We do have some bacon, some sparkling water, some lemon, and some Kerrygold with only 2 ingredients. It's cream and salt, so it's different in America, I think, or it got different, so interesting. That's basically it, because we're gonna celebrate Anthony's birthday. And he's gonna bring hopefully the ribeye. So we're gonna test it and taste it and everything. And I also bought, did I show you that? From the grocery store, also one sirloin, just to see what's the difference and how it tastes. The butcher in total, it costs like 60 pounds, which is maybe around 75 euros something, I don't know. But it's like a lot of food, and the best food, because I really want to taste it here and to enjoy it. Because I only ate the ground beef every day and my sheep cheese, so it's really cheap to be on holidays on Carnivore, I have to say. So that's the good news. So we're gonna celebrate today and have a nice barbecue on the beach. How beautiful is that? It's just like heaven. The bad news is that today I had an anxiety attack when I woke up, and stupid me was on Instagram. I can tell you this because they say, yo, Carnivore is healing anxieties and panic attacks. No, it's not when you are using social media or media in general, because most of the people are triggered by that. Even just a short period of time being on social media, it can trigger all these panic attacks and these kind of things. Also reading newspapers, watching TV, news in general. If you're a sensitive person, just believe me, today in the morning I wanted to cry. I physically was sick, really. I wanted to puke. I had diarrhea and everything. I really felt awful. I wanted just to punch the wall. I wanted to scream in my pillow. And it was just because the algorithm of, for example, Instagram is, if as soon as you are into this nutrition world, you know, the things that are showing up on your feed are very awful. It's really awful, because you see the different kind of things that are happening in the world also according to nutrition, and it just makes me really sick. Because there was, I think, Mary, if this is her name, I think she's Mary Carnivore. She posted just a picture what they served her child in a hospital after a surgery. It was pure sugar, and you know, a lot of treats, sugary treats, because they have Pokemon on it and these kind of things. And just seeing that, it made me so sick, you know, and reading also the comment. And I have really to stop that, because it's really putting me into a position where I just want to cry, because I see what's happening in the world. And that's a thing that carnivores do have. If you see it, you cannot unsee it, what is happening. And it makes us so sick and so angry. And we want to fight for that this will change, because it's getting worse and worse and worse. And that's what's so hard, to find a balance between having these moments that you want to change how people think, because you know what's right and you see it and you tried it and you experience it, and just seeing people suffer. And just a second. It's hard. It's really hard, especially for kids. And Germany changed what they're feeding the patients in a hospital, and to see that, it's so awful. It's so awful that nobody is doing something against it. And even if the problem is with the money, you know, they try to have the most cheapest things to give to the patients in the end. And I think that even vegans and carnivores will agree that this is not something that will heal and help people. It's white bread. It's just, you know, shitty stuff, full of sugar, full of shit. So I think we can agree on that. And that's what I said also in my last video. It's just about We need more power. And if we fight each other, it will not help to change that, because we are making people more and more sick. And it just makes me so sad to see that, especially me being sick, being in that position, that I suffered because of the hospital. And I can tell you one thing that it just popped again in my mind, just how insane the situation is. Because when I was at my neurologist the last time, we looked at my pictures, and how awful my lesions are and where they're all located because of my hands and my legs and all the symptoms that I had and experienced all the time, and me being in a wheelchair 2019 and these kind of things. It's really awful when I told her also, but you see also in the pictures that I had an accident after, and that the disc prolapse, which my accident also was about, are located in the same regions, which also can affect my hands and legs in the end. So how can you tell that's not this? Maybe I'm lying wrong and this is causing the issues and so on. And she said to me, I don't care about your other problems. I only care what is causing the MS. And that was out of a mouth of a neurologist. And I honestly cannot believe that a doctor doesn't see the big picture and just even consider other things. But not like it's not MS, but to consider that there is something and we should talk about it. She's only focusing on what is an MS symptom, and this is her only focus. And that's what I always said. That's the problem with most of the doctors. They're specialized, they're focused on one thing, and they don't look left and right. That's also the problem with most of the studies. And it's just, everything is so wrong. And if you see it, you cannot unsee it, and you cannot do anything about it. You can try to share your journeys, inform people, show success stories, especially on your feeds and these kind of things. Just share how people healed, because it inspired me. It inspired me to heal. I didn't know about carnivore. I didn't know about meat. I come from the part of a country which is really afraid of meat. So I would never, ever, without YouTube or social media, ever come to the point that there is something else in life that you can try. So that's why I was so sad today, and I still am, because it makes me so sad that it's not that public, that's even one person that will find that and it will help them. It's worth millions and billions, because that's what's making me so sick. And what's the worst part? If people eat burgers with fries, nobody says anything. If the same people order just the burger patties, people are questioning if they're sane, what is wrong with you, how can you eat that, that's so wrong. Same thing happened to me, so that's why I'm saying that. I went to the steakhouse, ordered without fries and any salads. They were questioning me, they're looking at me like I'm insane. So what the hell is wrong? What the hell is wrong? How can something that contains that not even vegans will consider if they're sane, healthy, like completely highly processed food and white bread and fries from bad seed oils and these kind of things, and not even them will consider that healthy. But how can people then look at you like you're completely out of your mind? And that's just what I don't understand. Same thing happen if they say, you want some sauces to that. No, I don't want to. How can you not want some sauce? And to see how wrong these people are, in which direction this everything goes, especially with things we cannot change. When you end up in a hospital, you cannot change what they're giving you. The problem is, if you take your steak or argue with them and so on, your insurance will probably say fuck off, then go out of the hospital if you're not listening to your doctors. And these kind of things will change our life, and we don't have an impact on that when we're in the situation. And that's what's making me so sick, so damn sick, especially with kids, that they are given treats after a surgery, and sugary treats that make them even more sick, and train them to, that's a reward. You need sugar to be rewarded. Sugar is something good. Look at the dopamine, what you're getting. Look at the cutesy little things. Oh, you love Pokemon? Great. Here is something really bad for you, but we're gonna print a Pokemon on it because that's when you want to have it. And I know it because my son is 11. He loves Pokemon. He wants to have everything which has Pokemon on a logo. How is that okay? Pepper Pig, best example. Pepper Pig, really, really small children are looking at Pepper Pig and they are not producing, you know, this kind of just shitty looking water. I don't know if you saw that and these kind of things. It's just, and sweets, and it just makes me so sick that this is okay. It's not a problem that these things exist, but I think they need some kind of regulation and a little bit more of, you know, just cancel these things, that it's not allowed that the sugary stuff is in front. Please it's okay if the vegetables and the fruits are before you go out and you stay in the line to check out in a grocery store. So you need to stay there. And if you only have the shitty sugar stuff surrounding you and everything is full of sugar, these kind of things, they have to change. Hospitals do have to change. They don't have to serve meat. I don't even expect them to serve meat or fat and these kind of things, but not white bread and sugar and highly processed shit with toxic in it. You know, what the fucking hell? Or doctors to give, you know, as soon as a kid, the best part is they're coming from a dentist. That was in my country. They're coming from a dentist and they're giving kids lollipops. Are you fucking insane? Are you kidding me? You just want to make more money, or what's the point of this shit? And I was always looking for this fucking lollipop. That was the best part about being in a dentist. And I get that. But my other dentist right now, he's giving just some small games for kids, you know, just choose in a big box, and they cost about 50 cents and euro. And the kids can choose from that. That's even better, you know. It's so much better than to give them the shitty sugar stuff. So why, you know? Another doctor of Luca is just giving them some treats which don't have sugar. Even that is better than everything in anything else, you know. Just to change some small things, and just feeling so helpless sometimes. Just seeing all that crap and knowing how many people healed, how many people have been saved by carnivore and just changing their diets even to ketovore, and then having all these idiots fighting these people who healed. And I saw it with Ray. What the fuck, you know, just some strange girl bashing him, saying that he's promoting type 2 diabetes with his lifestyle. Can you imagine that? How awful is this person? And he healed a lot of stuff in his journey and he looks amazing. He's doing amazing. So why do people use other people's success to bash something that can really help people? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It makes me so sick. So I'm a person that is really emotional, invested too much, way too much. I really have to chill down. That's why I also, to be honest, sometimes that's also why I'm surrounded by a lot of men, because they have the ability sometimes to look at things more rational, especially like not women in general, I don't say that, but I'm a very classic, emotional overthinker, you know, this classic, what you say, females are, that's what I am. So I'm this classic female person that some people will, you know, just say that we are. And for me, it helps sometimes to see just a different kind of perspective, because I need to learn how to get out of this situation, because it makes me sick and it's not my war in the end. Of course, it's a part of my war. It's I want to help people to see just, or to have a different option and to know, because I wouldn't know if I was lucky, you know. And I was very lucky in my life, especially with me just, you know, having the situation how I got to the doctors in the first place and how I got my treatments and all of kind of things when I lost it. I was just lucky. I was one of this lucky person that God, or whatever you want to call it, just brought me these things. So I need to learn from you guys, from people surrounding me, especially how to handle these emotions, because it's making me sick from the inside. It really makes me sick. So I need to get a little bit step back from the Instagram feed, because this algorithm is really, really bad. And the most part that affects me, I always read comments, and this makes me worse, because seeing also people like Courtney Luna and the comments that are popping up, also at Bella's, it's awful on Instagram. It's really awful. It's completely different than on YouTube. On YouTube, you have their supporters and really different kind of energy. And on Instagram, it's really, really bad, because this content is shown to most people who don't understand that, who don't want to have that. And they, especially Bella, can see it very rationally and see the benefits of that for spreading the information, even to the bad crowd, which don't, support her. So she can see it much rationally. And I need to learn that. I really need to learn that. So I'm happy for every tip you can give me, how to handle that. And how emotionally just to step back and not to get that into my head, because I really admire most of the people online, especially who are fighting these people. And so that's just a bad thing. So we're gonna focus on the good things. I'm just gonna try to bring me back into my good place, being happy that I today will be surrounded by my carnivores, just to have like sane conversations, hopefully. And people to have surrounding me that understand what about this thinking, and I don't have to argue and to explain myself why I'm doing this, because these people know why we are doing that. So that's really helpful, I can tell you. So if you are not in a lucky position that you have people surrounding you that are carnivores or do understand what you're going through or support your journey, I'm one of the lucky ones, especially with my mom and Luca, my kid. Really, you can just talk to people online, find a forum, find chats, ask people who are commenting who you like the energy, how they're writing, and just write them, hey, would you be up to just exchange some social thing, and just write each other. I need some people who we're just talking to every day. I can really tell you that this is a big part of me staying sane. Having people in my life that support that and know what I'm going through and know my story, and just are there for me. So that's what I can tell you. So we're gonna focus on the good stuff, okay? We're gonna focus today on the good stuff. We're gonna focus on our amazing meat, and we're gonna enjoy that so much. And I'm so thankful for everything that happened in my life, that I'm here. The everything brought me to this point, and it will click in the end, and I know that, and I believe in that. And I would love to hear how you cope with these kind of things, how you cope, especially knowing what's good and what will help people, but how you cope with all this information which are in the other side and really bad. And I would love to hear some advice, really, because it's hard sometimes. It's hard. So would love to hear how you do it. See you tomorrow, as always.